Okay, so first things first, please forgive me if I'm repeating myself in this video, because you hear me say the same thing about the Catharsis mask, and I'm going to say it a different way right now, which basically is this. The misconception of a Catharsis mask, you may think that I just need a bunch of armor, and the reason why some people think they need a bunch of armor is because what you want to happen is you want to build up the stacks from the Catharsis mask before your armor gets too low, and the way you're going to do that is by having a whole lot of armor. Problem is, you can have a whole lot of armor, but if you don't have incoming repair with that armor, it's not going to speed up your healing process. So you follow what I'm saying? People are just basically taking a whole bunch of damage, taking a whole lot of rounds, taking a lot of rounds, and then once the cloud drops, they still have a whole lot of armor, so it heals them right back up. It's like it feels like you never even lost, you never even took damage. That's what a lot of these guys are doing with the armor builds. But with this, we went the skill build route, and what we need is just incoming repair. That's what we focused on with the skill build. Me personally, I feel like the armor guys are kind of wasting the Catharsis mask, whereas skill build guys like us, we can use the Catharsis mask because it's giving us armor protection, and in addition to that, it's giving us weapon damage increase. On a crit build, 30%, I mean, do you really need it? On an armor build, do you really need a healing cloud? You see what I'm saying? There's other gear that you can use to accomplish that. You follow me? Catharsis mask, if you ask me, I think it's best on the skill build because it's giving you the armor you need. In addition, it's giving you some weapon damage increase, right? So let's go ahead and dive into this. And please forgive me if I'm repeating myself, right? Because I probably will, right? Let's go. Catharsis mask, right? We're going to talk about using the Catharsis mask, the right way to use the Catharsis mask. You want to make sure that your armor is all the way up when they crack that Catharsis mask, right? So essentially try to make sure that they don't crack your chest plate, your unbreakable chest plate at the same time, or you're already really low on armor when they crack your Catharsis mask. If your Catharsis mask is going to get cracked, make sure that your armor is high. Right now, let's look at my weapon damage. It's sitting at 83. This is at 496. That's going to go up because of the Catharsis mask. This is at 496. You will see this up to like 560,000, something like that. This will be up to like 90 something, right? It's gonna be some good stuff. They saw me. Woo! Oh no! Oh no! Not today. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, they doing me dirty. Oh, they tried it. Oh, they tried it. Yo, they caught me slipping. Okay, let's go. This isn't challenging, by the way. Let's go. Let's get busy, boys. All right. Do I got any stacks? I'm trying to get my stacks. For the blue screen, this is dope. The blue screen will turn your regular post into a Banshee post. Phenomenal. Oh, they're getting too close. They're getting too close. Hold on. You can handle that. Go ahead and enjoy it. I'm not even worried about you. I knew you was going to die. All right, let me go get this hive. We gotten some stacks, but these guys are dropping so quick. I'm not getting the stacks. I'm not getting the stacks as high as I want them, but we'll get there. Nice armor regen. Catharsis mask, misconception. You need a whole lot of armor, right? Decent armor helps, but what's really going to help you is incoming repair, right? For your Catharsis mask, that's what you need. Think about it. With a Catharsis mask, what does a Catharsis mask do? It increases your weapon damage, and it also gives you some healing, right? Essentially, it's like having two unbreakable chest plates. But you gotta, you gotta maneuver the build right. You gotta pay attention to what's happening. If your Catharsis is high, like right now, I'm probably halfway, right? You want to make sure that your armor is nice and high when they crack your Catharsis mask. Follow me. I think I already said that, right? That's going to determine how good of a cloud you get. Overcharge. Let's go. Oh, we only got one person left. That's going to kill her. Look at that. Yeah, she out of there. Yeah, okay. All right, so we talked about that. Incoming repair, right? Having, if you're going for armor build and that's your type of thing, that's the thing you want to do. We're gonna go back out here and reset it to heroic and come back, right? But if that's what you want to do, by all means, you just want to make sure that you have incoming repair in there, right? So I have incoming repair in some mod slots. I think I only have one, and then I have incoming repair on a gear set, right? Have that on a glove, so that cranks my incoming repairs right now is up to like 54 point something. So it's a decent amount of armor of incoming repair, right? That's what you're gonna need for your Catharsis mask, and just making sure that you're mindful of how you're playing. You got a good strategy, a good technique going on, right? And you know, you're just making sure that your armor is not low when they, because I mean it'll work, but it won't work as well as good, right? If your armor is low when they crack it. So it's a, you know what I mean? It's a timing technique type of thing with the Catharsis mask, right? All right, he's going this way, so we're gonna take the hive and we're gonna drop it right over here. It's like 3 guys over here. Yo! Woo! I did not expect him to come around that corner like that. It's gonna take more rounds to drop him. All right, so my Catharsis mask is maxed right now. All right, let me get in cover because I got a dude behind me. I don't like that. There we go. All right, let's look at my weapon damage. We had 96. This is up to 578. That's the Catharsis. That's your Catharsis mask. Follow me. All right, we got 4 seconds. Somebody's getting close. Woo!
Serious trauma detected.
Ooh, they almost got me jammed up right there. Yeah, I am bleeding. Come on. Come on. Poke that head up. Let me detonate that. Woo! Got your ass. Got your ass, boy. Alright, where's it? We got 1 person left. Alright, let's make sure we got everything. Oh, we got 2 people. Alright, let's take out this guy and we'll work with that last dude over there. We got 2 people left. Let's work with one. Hopefully the other one will one guy to separate from the other, so we can just, you know what I mean? We can use one dude. We need somebody to drop a cloud for us though. Let's just let the armor regen build that back up. I can hear that robot. I just don't know where it's at. That robot could mess me up right now. We're gonna rely on this armor regen. All right. Oh, there you go. Damn. All right, there we go. All right. Let's get a little bit closer to this dude. Look at that. The cool thing about these dudes in heroic is you can build up your stacks on them because they're gonna take more rounds to drop them. What we trying to do is there we go. There we go. Oh, he gonna die now. So what I was doing here with this chick, you know, with the shotgun, I was trying to get her to drop my cloud, right? But she was taking forever to do it. As you can see, I'm going back and forth, stand up like this, let her get a couple of shots off. She's taking forever. And, you know, and it's just taking so long to build up my Catharsis mask. So, what I ended up doing is I just killed her. I just ended it for her, and we just kind of fast track. But what I will show you real quick is the Banshee bow. Not the Banshee. What the hell? The Banshee pulse, right? Basically using the pulse and combining that with the blue screen, you can create a sort of a Banshee pulse type of deal, which is pretty cool. So let's check that out, and then we're going to fast track over to the White House. Let's check this out. All right, we good. Now watch this. Watch what happened when I pulse her. Look at that. What that look like? That's like the Banshee pulse. You see how she got dazed and confused for a little bit? Now, it doesn't have the same duration as the Banshee pulse does, but I'm trying to get her to drop us a cloud, man. Come on, girl. All right, you know what? I had enough of you. I've had enough of you. Bye-bye. Hold on. And we're about to drop the cloud. All right, let's get this, get that armor all the way up. The best time to drop a cloud is when your armor is as high as you can get it. You know, if at all possible. That's going to give you a better cloud. So unbreakable, definitely want to use that with Catharsis. All right. All right. Let's look at our healing. Right. There you go. Right, 54.9. So if you want to go higher than that, by all means, you can. You'll be sacrificing most likely skill haste, right? Real quick, let's think about this though. Before you make that, you know, you try to increase it from 54 or something like that, going higher over that, you know, like 80% or something. You want to keep in mind you're using a skill build, and you're not relying. You don't want a cloud to drop, right? You know what I'm saying? The cloud is like a backup emergency. It's an indicator that you need to switch up, right? They drop my cloud. Okay, I need to regroup. You know what I mean? That's what you're relying on that cloud for. You know, if you stay in the cloud and you manage to heal up from it, by all means. But you have an unbreakable chest plate as well, right? And keep in mind, your skills should be shredding everything in the room, right? You got a hive that's hitting at 1,000,000 that you can crank up by 55% and overcharge with one shot. Now we got that incoming repair, right? We got the 18. How did we get to 54.9? We got 18 here, 16.3, and we got the rest right here in this glove. Boom, another 20%, right? So only need one of those gloves to get that, right? And the great thing is it rolls as a skill, so you know what I mean? You don't have to recalibrate that skill in there. We go ahead and recalibrate some armor regen in there, and we got some skill haste at 9.9. Now we can crank that up higher, the attribute up, and that can make up for the loss of, you know, skill haste replacing it with some, of course, some incoming repair, right? So we can do that, right? Got that going on. Let's start looking at our skill damage, because this hive is hitting at 1,000,000. But you're going to crank that up by 55%. That's without overcharging. You can crank it up with 55% without overcharging. And you can do that very easily, right? So let's look at the ways that you can do that, right? Sitting at 1,000,000. Backpack. 30%. 3 seconds. You want to use the LMG for that. Why? Because you don't want to be spending a whole lot of time reloading. You got 3 seconds, right? So you want something that's dumping out rounds constantly. Maybe a Bullet King. Problem with the Bullet King is the stability. You're lacking in stability. Most of your attributes are going to be focused in skill damage. So that might not be the route you want to go. I would say if you have a blue screen, by all means use a blue screen, because a blue screen LMG is made for skill builds. I promise you. And you'll see why once we start talking about that LMG. But anyway, 30 seconds. I mean, excuse me, 30. I wish 30 seconds. 30% for 3 seconds, right? To your skill. Your skill is already hitting for 1,000,000. You're going to crank that up by 30%, right? Now, keep this in mind. I'm using this LMG. But if you have a LMG with the Future Perfect on it, what's going to happen is when you get a kill with that LMG, it's going to overcharge your hive that's already on the floor, expanding it to a ridiculous range and just increasing your power just significantly, right? So you got an overcharged hive on the floor that you just cranked up with the LMG that has a future perfect on it. You're getting 30% because you're still landing shots with that LMG. If you're taking damage, it's okay. You can take a little bit of damage because you got the Catharsis mask. You follow me? Right? Your Catharsis mask is going to regen you, and you got an unbreakable chest plate. So you can take a little bit of damage, right? You follow me? But you're doing 30% with that hive that's sitting on the floor. You follow me? Now, why you doing 30%? Them dudes out there cooking. Let's say you want to crank it up a little bit higher. Now you're going to switch to your pistol, and you're going to take that 30% from the backpack, and you're going to stack that with 25% from this pistol, bro. All right? Now your hive is at 55% overcharged. It's overcharged plus 55% increase on the damage. You talking about insane, bro. That is nuts. You hear me? That's just a ridiculous amount of power. It's overpowered, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, you never really need that much. The 30% typically gets it done, but if you just feel like being a nut job, if you just feel like you want to be a maniac, 55% is insane levels of damage, right? Very helpful if you with a crew, or if you're in legendary and you just want to go nuts and you got a hunter, you really trying to drop that dude, you crank it up to 55. Insane. You got a little extra protection with your unbreakable and your Catharsis mask just in case you're taking damage while you putting out that 55. Follow me? So there's that. Listen, crazy, right? Where are you getting all your skill damage from? Let's take that out, right? So you got skill damage here, right? Right, in the tune of 10%. Right down in here, you got 10, right? You follow me? Status effect at 10. Keep that status effect in mind as we go over to the chest plate, right? You got more status effect down there. 9 up top, you got another 10. 10 again, skill damage, and you got skill haste at 12%, right? That's where you're getting all that. That's where you get all that skill damage from, buddy. I'm talking about this hive is sitting at a nice, comfortable million. You hear me? Yeah, nice. Sitting at a nice million, and you cranking that bad boy up nice and high. Let's talk about the Banshee post. The Banshee post is something that you will see on the gunner. Now, this post right here is a regular post, but when you partner that post with this blue screen, let me show you what you get. Now, you see the stacks nice and high on that blue screen? I want you to watch what happens to these guys. You see that confused symbol, that daze symbol? That's what the Banshee post does, right? Now, it's not as long. It's a much longer duration when you use a Banshee post, right? But, and I could show you what I'm talking about. Let's make sure this is locked in, right? And let's go to my blue screen. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, we got to step out. Hold on. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, then we'll come back to this build. All right, come on, let's go. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. That's the Banshee post. Look familiar? Look familiar? Right? But you see how much longer it lasts? Much longer duration, right? So you have it's not exactly a Banshee, it's the exact same thing as a Banshee post, but it, similar, right? You combine the blue screen with the pulse, and it gives you that Banshee pulse effect, which is good. It lasts for a shorter period of time, but it's enough to really lock in on NPC, drop them, or throw a hive at them. Another cool thing is this. Let's get them stacks back up. Build up them stacks with them. Okay, we up there nice and high. When you drop this, you see that? Saw that symbol? Same thing again, which basically means they're not getting out of that hive. Typically when you throw a hive down, they run out of it, right? Look at that bleed. Yeah, nice big bleed on there too, right? Because you increase your status effect as well, right? So yeah, that's what you got going on. Hold on. I can't believe I've been recording this whole time with that air conditioner blowing in the background. I hope it does not I hope it does not distort the audio because this was a good video, man. We're gonna keep going anyway. But yeah, so that's basically what you saw. Was the the Banshee. It's the same effect as the Banshee pulse, right? When you drop the hive, same thing. And what are we looking at? We're looking at the talent on the blue screen, which is disruptor rounds. Landing those 50 stacks creates a pulse disorient, right? Marked targets, right? Within 10 meters and lasts for 5 seconds, which is not as long as the Banshee pulse. It's significantly longer than that with the Banshee pulse. But, 5 seconds is enough to do a decent amount of damage in terms of if you need to get in cover or if you need to throw a hive or you need to apply an armor kit, whatever it is, that 5 seconds is enough time for you to get situated, which is really phenomenal, right? And then keep in mind with this build, the Catharsis Mask has increased your weapon damage up significantly. So that's saying 80, but when you're in the field, it's going to be much higher than that. Well, it's going to be at least up to 90 something. What's going to get really high is this guy. This guy gets way up there. This thing will go up to like 50, 570 as you saw in the field, right? So keep that in mind, right? What else do we need to talk about? We talked about this. We know this is hitting for 1 million. We know that we can crank this up so many, we got 2 different ways to crank it up. I love that. You can go 30%, say I needed a little bit higher, crank it up to 55. Another cool thing I should mention is this. If you use a blue, I don't know if I said this already, but use the LMG with the Future Perfect, you can do that. You can also use in sync talent. Another thing you can use is this, because sometimes you will find this spike. Now, the other one is, I think, just 20% versus 25. But if you can find spike on a different weapon, you can use spike as well, right? This is perfect spike, and you get this anyway with this specialization. So you don't have to hunt for it. You get this. This is a part of the specialization for technicians. So I would use this pistol, honestly, right? Because that gives you room for blue screen here. You can go in sync here and have Future Perfect over here. Whatever you want to do. Listen, this is phenomenal. You definitely want to use these two. You're going to need that post. That post is going to give you space to maneuver. It's going to make it easier to, of course, to take out the drones and robots and all of that stuff, right? Absolutely, these 2 skills are a must-have in this build. So you can be versatile with the weapons up top. I would suggest using the blue screen if you want a secondary Future Perfect. If you're not, efficient with a, you know what I'm saying? If you're not efficient with the marksman rifle, by any means, by all means, use whatever. Use anything else. Just use Future Perfect, and then you definitely want to use that pistol for the perfect spike, right? You're going to include the pistol is actually a part of the build this time. Imagine that, right? Listen, with all that said, that's going to be it, man. That is my Catharsis build. Tell me what you think, man. I think this works, man. I think this works. You got to, some people like to overkill and like to go overboard, and I understand it. I get it. That's the exact same thing I'm doing with this build. You go overboard with the hive. It's already hitting at 1 million. Why do you need to crank it up over 55 and overcharge it? Because, right? Because we are maniacs. That's why. You know what I mean? So I get it. I am not taking, I'm not siding against the armor guys or the crit guys. Do what you do. So I understand that's probably why some of the guys overheal with the Catharsis Mask on some of them armor builds. I get it. But yeah, I want to overkill on a skill. You know what I mean? Because this is the Division 2, so you don't have these type of, talents and all this stuff in some of these other shooters. Your Division is one of a kind. So I want to play it like it's Division. You follow me? So that's my position with the Catharsis Mask. Tell me what you think. I think we looked at everything. Yeah. Catharsis Mask, if you're asking, if you're wondering, absolutely get yourself some incoming repair, bro, and then go whatever route, whatever direction you want to go. But I'm telling you guys, if you're a skill build dude, you definitely want to try out this backpack. I would definitely partner that with the Catharsis Mask. Get this glove in there because you get it, you're going to get your skill tier in there. You need that anyway. And you're set to go, bro. This is it. This is a win. You only need one of these though. Don't waste it on the explosive resistance with a 2-piece. I wouldn't do it. Just get that one. You know what I'm saying? Get that one, and that gives you some room to play with this. What you got here, skill haste, armor regen, whatever you feel like you need in there. Definitely make sure you got some armor regen in there, and you'll be good to go. I got just 2. I got 3. 1, 2, and there's another one here. 3 armor regens in this build, and the rest is all skill damage. Yeah. and some skill haste. Listen, and status effect. With all that said, we're going to get out here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. That was my catharsis. I'm super excited about it. I think it works. Salute to all my division agents. Let's get it. Not again. RCO nigga.
Trappy in my little web.
OP Mark 2s and RBGs for you fellas. Dynamite. Straight through, straight through. You watching 3. RCO Mega. Don't you run from me. RCO nigga. When you sign up to be an NPC in the Division 2 in real life, you should have went to Roblox. Here's how not to enter the dark zone. You watching RCO Mega.
Hilo almost at extraction zone.